Hi, how are you? We're good. Thank you for asking. I'm Drew Franklin with Jacob Polachek and Zach Gagan. High above Rupp Arena, where just a few moments ago, Kentucky beat our friends from Kentucky State 99-53. Almost said 52. 99-53. It was a great effort from start to finish. Unlike the Georgetown game, Kentucky pulled away right ahead. Justin Edwards and DJ Wagner leading the team in the first half, combining for 22 points to outscore the Thoroughbreds by themselves. That was pretty cool. And it was all Kentucky the rest of the way. Pretty stress-free night. I'll say the competition level wasn't what it was against Georgetown, and Kentucky State wasn't allowed to zone, a new rule Calipari put in for this game. So not a lot of huge takeaways we have going into Monday when it gets real. But Zach, I'll start with you. It was a fun night here in Rupp Arena.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great night. Start from finish, it was Kentucky State had no chance. They were bad. I think that's just fair to say. They were not a very good team. They didn't really give up much of an effort kind of at all. It felt like Georgetown College really came out and tried to smack Kentucky. Kentucky State did not do that. But we saw a lot of good games all around. Antonio Reeves led with 20 points. We had 5 total players in double figures. Trey Mitchell had the lone double-double. He continues to be, in my opinion, Kentucky's best player right now going into the regular season. Yes, no 2-3 zone. I'm going to be the one guy that says I don't think that was a big deal that Cal said that, because if Kentucky State ran a 2-3 zone out there, it would have been worthless because that team couldn't play man-to-man to save their lives. So that didn't bother me at all. We also did learn about some Big Z news.
Oh yeah,
today. Yeah.
Wani Na.
Well,
we had news before the game and then brand new news after the game.
Yes. So he was supposed to, I guess, be in the warm-up lines at say 3 o'clock. That was the plan. Whenever Cal did his pre-recorded pre-game message, then we come out here, no Big Z. 5 minutes before tip-off, no Big Z. He's just not in the building at all. No one knows where he is. Cal says post-game that he has picked up food poisoning. I guess he's been practicing the last couple days, but buzzard's luck, I think is what he said.
He said that twice. He said on radio again, too.
Am I ignorant for asking what that means? I'm not sure I've heard or am aware of.
It's you are children.
Am I too young for that one?
Yeah,
buzzard's luck.
Yeah, buzzard's luck. Food poisoning.
Gross.
Food poisoning. We'll go with that. But no Big Z tonight. Jacob, you had fun covering the game. You were really focused on Rob Dillingham and DJ Wagner. I mean, it's a loaded backcourt and how those two guys can play together.
Yeah, I think that early in the season with the 3 7-footers out, you're going to see a lot of those guys playing alongside each other. I think that Trey Mitchell at the 5, with those two guys in the backcourt, they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Wagner, it was good to see him. It didn't have a great start against Georgetown, 4 points in that first exhibition. Everyone knew he was better than that. He had 10 in the first half. Second half, when Kentucky was going crazy, Antonio Reeves and Trey Mitchell were hitting all the threes, so Wagner didn't need to score, but he did get 4 assists in the second half before going to the bench when the reserves came in to close it out. Love seeing he and Edwards both respond after they kind of had quiet scoring games in game 1 against Georgetown. You mentioned Trey Mitchell already, but man, can we just let it fly? I mean, in the second half, I believe he and Reeves hit 5 threes in the first 5 minutes right out of halftime. And we got to see how fun it was when you have a team that just gets hot and streaky and they're rolling like that.
Yeah, and Trey even went for the 4th. He went for the heat check. He was definitely guarded. I think it hit the backboard before it hit anything else. So I was fine with the heat check, though. They're up 40. Let it fly. Let it fly, buddy. I'm all for it. But yeah, they came out immediately, and just put the game away. It was already away. It was 50-20 at halftime. But then you get those 5 threes in the first 5 minutes, and it was over from there. Kentucky State had pretty much already given up. But I want to go back to DJ and Rob for a second. 13 combined assists for them and 0 turnovers.
What did Kentucky end up with as a team for turnover? They had not turned it over most of the night.
Well, they ended up with 6 turnovers, I know. They had 0 at halftime, though. I think at least 3 of those turnovers came when
mop-up duty.
Yeah, when the cigar team came in at the very end there. But otherwise, yeah, it was a very clean basketball game. They shot, I think, 17 threes in the second half as well. Really looking to get those shots up and pretty much take this game out of Kentucky State's realm of any possibility for a comeback.
The crowd was really wanting the victory cigar to get to 100. They had a couple looks at it, fell just short, getting 99 points. What was your score prediction? Did you have them in the hundreds?
I did have them in the hundreds. I don't remember the exact prediction, but I think it was pretty close. I think I definitely had Kentucky State in the 50s, so I got there. And then, like we talked about Trey Mitchell, I thought it was interesting post-game, Cal talking about the players that he sees as having the green light and mentioning Trey Mitchell as one of those guys.
We're going to get out of here now because, as you can see, I look like I'm dressed I should be at Nissan Stadium right now. My Tennessee Titans are up 13-10 on Pittsburgh. Will Levis's game, too. We got to get moving and get out of here. But, boys, before we do, 4 days away from when it gets real. New Mexico State comes in here. Coach Cal said they got a lot of transfers. You're going to have to get tape watching from Sam Houston State, a lot of guys from there. Sounds like it's a pretty good team based on him. He wouldn't lie to us. How do we feel about what we've seen? As we said, Kentucky State didn't learn a whole lot here, but how are we feeling going into the real first game of the season, the home opener here in a few days?
I'm not entirely sure what to think, to be honest with you, because we saw two completely different versions of Kentucky and we saw two completely different opponents in these first two exhibition games. So I think the reality is probably somewhere in the middle, I would imagine, for this, at least for the first season opener. You know, Kentucky's probably still going to roll. I think we've got some. Actually, no, I can't. Sorry, I'm not going to say a betting. I can't say a betting outlet because
no betting.
No betting. Sorry, I can't.
None of that.
None of that yet.
It's a fireable offense.
But yes, I'm very looking forward to the season opener here. I was very excited to see Justin and DJ come out and be very aggressive early, so I'm hoping we see that again. Cal said that he didn't want them shooting a lot of threes kind of early on in this exhibition, so I thought that was a little bit interesting because I'm kind of pro shoot as many as you want. So we'll see kind of how they approach the first 5-10 minutes of that game and see if New Mexico State throws out a zone to really just bust up Kentucky or whatever.
I think they took 22 threes against Georgetown, like 25 tonight. Let's pump that number on it. Who cares? Let it fly until the big guys get here. Looking ahead, I'm confident. I'm excited. I love watching these young guys run and how they're playing. I'd love to see more big men available. I don't think we'll see any Monday. Big Z, who knows what's going on there.
How long does food poisoning last?
I don't.
I've had it once. It was like 2-day thing. So, but for Big Z, it might be like a 2-week thing. You never know.
Who knows what's next? The next time we ask about Big Z, Jacob, since you nailed tonight's score prediction, what's your score prediction for New Mexico State? We won't hold it to you.
All right, I'll go 102-61.
Oh,
102-61.
That was the Ryan Lemon pick this morning. That was your pick for this game.
Copy it off me.
I remember.
Well,
I guess I am.
I like it. Well, we're confident for that one. We'll be back after that one on Monday. For now, I got to get out of here and go watch Will Levis hit DeAndre Hopkins a couple times because we got a Wildcat doing big things in the National Football League. For now, we'll sign off from Rupp Arena. Go Cats.
Go Steelers.
No, don't go Steelers. Tighten up.